Welcome everybody to fightingtalk.com. Of course, we're here tonight to discuss the David Rajuili fight coming up against Alaa AL Mahmoud. What a fight we have on our hands. Mahmoud all the way from Syria, but now having his residence in Netherlands, and of course David Rajuili from South Africa, who resides in Germany. This fight is a tale of experience, really. I mean, if you're looking at Mahmoud, he's a 9-0 boxer. He's been around the block a few times. It'll be an 8-round contest, and then of course you got David Rajuili, who's got a stern record: 26 fights, 13 wins, 12 losses, and 1 draw. He's also been around the world, fought some of the world's top fighters, Anthony Yigits being his last opponent. Of course, David Rajuili taking Yigits to points, and man, as of late, looks like he's going to turn the corner. He's looking progressively good in the fights, and we're just watching a clip here of the end of the last fight that was coming through. Of course, David Rajuili and his opponent Mahmoud scheduled to step into the ring in the next bout. So we're looking forward to that, and obviously wait with a bated breath. But welcome to all the viewers here on talkingfight.com. We look forward to hearing and seeing all your comments as well. And thank you very much for everyone that did donate towards the fight. We saw a donation come through a little bit earlier in support of David Rajuili's fight. So welcome everybody to the chat. Of course, again, just to reintroduce myself, I'm Hayden Jones from SA Boxing Talk, also a South African-based YouTube channel that broadcasts all different and various South African boxing activities. Of course, David Rajuili falling and firmly being a part of that over the years. And yeah, we basically built that brand on that platform. And yeah, looking to continue tonight, and obviously being with all of you. Looking forward to an exciting bout tonight. And this fight in the Netherlands is an interesting one. Of course, both fighters... well, we got one home fighter, but both fighters are away fighters technically. But I guess if you're going to give the home crowd advantage to anyone, it would be Mahmoud, considering that he lives in the Netherlands. But of course, when it comes to boxing, one punch can change everything. David Rajuili's got to come in with a very strong strategy, and of course, if he does the job on the night, he opens up the doors for him. But of course, in the bout, you're going to see Mahmoud being the favorite, just based on the fact that he's the undefeated 9-0 boxer. We've seen this in boxing historically. If you're looking at fight records, you're always going to be backing on paper the guy with the better record. And of course, Mahmoud coming into this fight. But has he fought someone with the experience of David Rajuili yet? We're about to find out tonight whether that's going to be the case or not. Of course, David Rajuili has been in the ring with some young up-and-coming lions so far in his career. And yeah, so far he's hung in there. He's held his own. You know, David Rajuili is tough as steel. And we look forward to seeing what he can produce on the evening as well. Of course, we were in conversation with Rajuili in the build-up to this fight, just discussing what his thoughts were on his opponent and how he thinks he's going to go on the evening. He felt fairly confident. It's always good to see a fighter confidence on the night. But of course, there is a change. Super welterweight division. You know, David Rajuili used to be cutting weight. He is now eating himself up to the super welterweight division, which should be an interesting one. Let's see how he reacts to the weight division. No doubt Mahmoud will be the bigger guy when they step in the ring. And of course, Mahmoud will have a lot of pressure on him in this fight. I mean, he's going to come in there with the expectation to go out there and do a job. But it might not be the case tonight with David. And of course, super welterweight, we heard that this is a temporary thing for David. It's not going to be a full-time move for him. He's just taken the fights just to go through the process and sort of go and move on towards bigger and better things. But we don't see him campaigning in that weight division for too long besides this fight. Usually Rajuili is in the lightweight or super lightweight division. Between those two, he bounces, and of course he's landed some big fights in the past. But of course, we're just waiting for him to enter, and we're also waiting for Mahmoud to enter the ring, of course, just a little bit of time before then. In the previous shots, when you saw the start of the stream, about an hour ago, they were getting their hands wrapped, and a couple of the other fights were on display. So we're going to just wait a little bit until they come in. But up until then, you'll be in here with me. Of course, you got me for the evening, and of course, we are almost set to go. And we just got a message now saying that the guys are walking out for the bouts. So we look forward to just crossing over to that shortly. But you'll be hearing my voice for the entire evening. Of course, I've been in commentary around the world. I've worked for ESPN, worked for, well, would you say I haven't worked for DAZN, but I'm, of course, an affiliate of DAZN as well. So, yeah, if you haven't heard my voice yet, you maybe haven't tuned into commentary in Africa. So this is the first time Please make sure that you're following all the content. Of course, you can see right there my name, Hayden Jones, and of course the brand that I represent, SA Boxing Talk, company that I founded. So yeah, we just got, as I said, a message saying that they are going in now, and we'll just have to wait and see what sort of footage we're going to be crossing over to. And of course, if you haven't yet checked out talkingfight.com, make sure you make your way to that as well. A fantastic stream, as you can see right here, catching of the fighters right there out there. You can see Mahmoud in the corner, and there's David Rajuili to the left-hand side, just from that angle. So Mahmoud in the white trousers, and Rajuili also in the white trousers. Just looks like one's red and one's blue to determine the difference. The moment we have just a bit of a still image on the screen at the moment. We'll just wait until we get a clearer sort of visual for what's happening here on the stream. But the fight is looking like it's going to get underway in short time. The ring announcer looks like he's just about to step out of the ring in that shot. There we go. And we get the action underway. Rajuili starting with the jab. Of course, Mahmoud also equaling with his own jab right there. Good defensive, nice tight start from both guys. Guards are nicely fairly up as we see them just getting to work and just getting through the processes of round number one. You can see Mahmoud shooting a beautiful left uppercut right there, just missing the mark on that occasion. Yeah, you can just see some close-up boxing. Boxers are coming on the inside and obviously working their way. It's got a bit of a still image again there, but we'll work through it and see what we can get every now and then. Yeah, there we go. Got a nice clean shot there. And again, just the jabs, working it up with the straight punches there. You can see Mahmoud looping the left hook there. Of course, Mahmoud a dangerous puncher with a 66% knockout ratio. But again, we said it before the fight. You know, he hasn't fought the likes of David Rajuili before. And the experienced Rajuili comes in here. Again, Mahmoud lacing that left hook. Rajuili needs to keep that right hand up just so he can evade some of what Mahmoud's strengths are. You can see Rajuili pushing forward there. And you can see he's definitely the smaller man as you get in there. Beautiful jab there from Rajuili as he looks to shift up the momentum. There's Rajuili there throwing a left hook of his own. Just pushing Mahmoud back. Showing the young man that he needs to show some respect for Rajuili's prowess. But the young man, you know, matching punch for punch, you know, Rajuili and Mahmoud both there in the pocket. Mahmoud not liking the pressure too much. I'm seeing Rajuili just putting it on and Mahmoud just, you know, backing up a little bit. And it's just good, solid work. You just see Rajuili just keeping, even though it's round one, just keeping the momentum up, keeping it tight. There you go, jab up, jab down, and a good overhand right that he lands right there. Good bit of boxing there from Rajuili in round number one. He's just keeping it simple, but he's landing the more effective punches. There you go. A short left hook to the body. Mahmoud trying to keep him at bay, but Mahmoud missing a lot there and hitting the guards. Beautiful work there from Rajuili. He's just managing to maneuver his way on the inside there and keep up a good work rate. Good. Another good jab to the body there from Rajuili. Just missing him over the top there. Mahmoud just flying over the top and just not landing well. Did connect with a short right uppercut there on that occasion. I'm just loving the technical work on the inside from Rajuili, just mauling his opponent, not keeping Mahmoud, not giving Mahmoud rather the opportunity to advance. And you can see Mahmoud, a little bit of a comfort fighter. You can see in his movement, but Rajuili not allowing it and actually fighting him at his own game. And just some overhands there from Rajuili again, just to keep his man at bay. But we hear some crowd audio there as well. Happiest in the arena. A little bit of a dirty punch there from Mahmoud, just hitting behind the back there. The referee just pulling him aside and saying, that's it. And there we have it. Round number 1 is in the bag. Both boxers will return to their corners. A good round for Rajuili. In fact, I have Rajuili 1 round up. We're going to start scoring this fight effective immediately. Yeah, I have Rajuili one round up in the books. Definitely a strong round for him. But of course, Mahmoud did come up and lace some good punches there. But just not enough for me in my books. I think Rajuili definitely took round 1. But of course, you got to factor in the fact that this is an 8-round fight in the Netherlands, and of course, Mahmoud is the home fighter. But I thought clear as day, Rajuili could take round 1. We missed a little bit of the first 30 seconds to 1 minute of that opening round, so I didn't get a real opportunity to see what was happening there. But most certainly from the second part of the round, I would definitely have Rajuili up there. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in now, welcome to the stream on talkingfight.com. Looking forward to the rest of the fight with David Rajuili versus Alaa AL Mahmoud. A great opening round. I thought Rajuili just edged the first round. Quite a definitive round for the veteran boxer from South Africa. There we go. And we have round number 2 underway right now. The referee, second time he's had to pull Mahmoud aside and give him a warning. So Mahmoud not fighting fair and square. But Rajuili keeping his wits about him. He's keeping his inside movement. Great overhand right there from Rajuili. He's just so sneaky as David Rajuili is just getting in and under Mahmoud's shots there. Mahmoud is very upright. He's very, he's throwing the jab, but he's missing a lot. Mahmoud headhunting to a slight effect. But of course, he's 9-0. He's confident. He thinks he can stop Rajuili because he's got a very high knockout percentage. So you don't blame him. But he needs to start investing to the body of Rajuili. And there we go. Great overhand right there. But a brilliant return there from Rajuili. Mahmoud, I have a few problems already. I'm seeing with Mahmoud. He's pushing down. Rajuili's being a bit dirty there. His corner's telling him, listen, point's going to be taken at any point in this fight. But Mahmoud is headhunting. And that's a dangerous thing to do. Especially if you want to go further in the game. And I'm not talking about now, I'm not talking about the next fight, I'm talking about becoming a legitimate world champion. You've got to work on these things. Brilliant there from Rajuili. Rajuili keeping it simple, just mixing it up on the inside, throwing the jab, keeping busy, scoring his points, and moving forward. And most importantly, he's got Mahmoud shortening up his punches. Mahmoud is out there, he's got the longer arm reach, you can see he's the bigger guy, but he can't use his assets because Rajuili's all over him. Rajuili's basically just crawled on him like a sponge and just attached himself. Again, we just had a bit of a breakup in the footage there. Referee looks like he's going to break them up, but they're back together again. Good body work there. Rajuili returning straight back. Okay, the second round. Opening up a little bit now as we see Mahmoud throwing a little bit more, and Rajuili just keeping that pace. I feel like Rajuili's still in first gear. He's trying to open up the play a little bit there. Oh, brilliant left hook there from Rajuili. See, it's punches like that. Now, for you guys at home, you all know that Rajuili's not the biggest puncher in the world, but most certainly he's a hard worker. He can put a guy away, no doubt about that. But that's not what he's known for. So if he makes a statement tonight and knocks out Mahmoud, I'm going to say a big congratulations to David because he's really then stepped it up. Mahmoud is a young, hungry, undefeated lion coming through the ranks. And see now Mahmoud's just the guy that's, putting the pressure on now. He's moving forward, a little bit of short uppercuts there. But Rajuili is making him fight a comfortable fight right here. Rajuili's going under his punches. Oh, but you see there, well, that was a brilliant uppercut, and Rajuili almost stepped into that one. Unfortunately, the stream just froze there, but Rajuili stepped into that uppercut, and Mahmoud didn't have to do much. Let's see if Rajuili had time to recover. So waiting for the stream to reconnect, but yeah, we'll see the outcome of this. Does Rajuili recover in time, or is that all she writes? We'll just be waiting on that. Man, that looked like he went down. If you can see the still image right there, it does not look good for David Rajuili. We're just waiting there, ladies and gentlemen. I just need to see what happens there. And it looks like he wasn't able to recover. That looks like all she writes, and it'll go down as a second round TKO to Alaa AL Mahmoud as he continues his knockout streak. But again, a lot of work to be done from Mahmoud's point of view. I understand that he's got on paper, a second round stoppage, but if you're looking at his basics, his fundamentals, there's a lot to be desired going forward. And of course, we'll just find out the full story of what happened there to David Rajuili. It's an unfortunate scenes there. Of course, we're getting broken images right here, but of course, as things come along, we'll be able to get you in on everything there. I'll just get a quick message from guys down on the ground as to what's happened there. Yeah, we're just getting some still images here, but keep in touch with us, and